voted for in Parliament to serve the best interests of Gambian people, both men, women, young and old, and also to work on strategic development programs to scrutinize budgets and not to allow the executive to be going on with budgets that are not being well scrutinized. And in doing so, in having that one in mind, I feel if elected, if I get into the House, I'll be able to contribute immensely towards better laws to govern us and strategic thoughts and strategic evaluation of our budgets to make sure that we spend our resources wisely and technically.
Well, Kombo is this huge battleground. It's going to be tough. Are you confident that you're going to win?
I'm very confident because I'm not a beginner in it, and I've been very close to my people. I've been in their doorsteps for the past 5 years, and many of my people knows I'm a household name, and my reputation within the constituency had earned me enough to contest comfortably, and then with confidence I'll be winning elections, inshallah.
Okay, we are giving a limited time. Mr. Kota, your predecessor, if you can say a few words, why did you give up to give him the chance to contest?
Thank you very much. I thank everybody. I thank the Almighty Allah, the sustainer, the one who developed everything into stages. Absolutely, I'm very much content with the performance of my predecessor, my brother, who is Honorable Abdul Sow. I'm so very happy with him, and I believed he is well connected, and the stages that I left, he can continue with it. I'm very much confident with him, and I know he can do it to the best of his ability.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
We now have Pacham also in the house.
So you are welcome.
Thank you.
Can you have silent prayer before we start the proceedings?
Good afternoon and welcome.
Afternoon.
Can I have your papers, please? Bravo. Field form.
Yes.
Nomination form.
Yes.
Sworn asset declaration.
Yes.
Income tax.
Yes.
Are you currently working?
No.
It's your own document. Code of company ethics.
The one I gave you is your copy. This is our own copy.
Okay.
This one is the principles guiding the campaign.
Campaign, okay.
So we want to give you to write your name and you sign and you get it.
Okay.
But you have to make sure your people abide by these regulations.
Okay.
If not, anything that goes wrong,
Yes.
you'll be held responsible since we're going to attend your signature.
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, please. So you write your name. Yes. Samples are here. Itinerary. Allah itinerary. Itinerary is not been given. But it's not. Why is the itinerary? Company itinerary.
The itinerary I have it in the car.
But have you filled it?
Yes, we feel it. But Alaji, that was said we have to sit together on the 13th.
No. Maybe that could be at your party. The issue is you should feel that
Yes.
all the columns needed.
Yes.
Then and if you submit it before the 13th, that will be on Sunday.
Okay.
Then Monday on the 14th, you are coming here with your itinerary either yourself or somebody who can take this on your behalf, they will reconcile those itinerary with the contesting candidates in your constituency. Yeah. So on the 14th, that will be by 8 in the morning, please.
By
Monday.
Monday, huh?
That's our copy, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, I don't know where I get this info.
The second one already. No, can Mr. Savali, we've checked through all your documents.
Okay.
And we are pleased to inform you that you submitted all the documents that are legally required
Okay.
to be a candidate.
Okay.
Okay, we are issuing with a receipt
Okay.
of your nomination together with a list of all that you submitted.
Submitted. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now your documents will be sent out for the nominees will be verified.
Right. Okay.
Once they are all according to requirement, that's minimum 300.
300. Yeah.
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 If it goes short, we will inform you immediately for you to get us extra.
Okay. No
Now,
problem.
if you have to do that, please ask the person first
Okay.
whether they not nominated somebody else.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because just to
Avoid.
yeah. And once the whole process is completed and you have no objection against you, we will notify you to come and collect your acceptance.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Madam, come right.
Who is the candidate? Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's have your silent prayers.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى محمد وسلم اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وصلى الله عليه وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم اياك نعبد واياك نستعين صراط الله.
Good afternoon and welcome. Can we please have your documents?
No, give them.
nominees,
Yes.
sworn asset declaration,
Yes, yes.
income tax.
In contact, yes.
Are you currently working?
Sorry?
Are you currently working?
No, I'm a business lady.
Okay, code of conduct. Party letter.
Yes, it's here.
Yes, please.
You have this in your file. It's a guidelines regarding, covering the campaign period, the campaign program. Now, these are the don'ts and the do's and the don'ts. Now, that copy you have is your own copy. This is going to be our own copy. That's for the office. That's for your file.
Okay.
And you have to make sure these rules and regulations are abided by your campaign team. Yeah. So, because any other consequence, you'll be held responsible.
Thank you.
You can write your name, you sign, and the date for us. Finish it.
You also sign them in the same copy. It's the second copy.
Tent.
And for this one, it has already been filled. Now what we want is on the 14th. It will be submitted on the 14th. You come or you send somebody who can take this on your behalf to come we reconcile this itinerary with other contested candidates within parliamentary. That will be on Monday by 8. Huh?
You can take your. Yeah, take it.
Document.
First, Cham,
Yes,
I've
please.
looked at all the documents that you submitted,
Yes,
and I'm pleased to state that you fulfill all the requirements to enable you to stand as a candidate. Now, it's a process from here. Your nominees will be checked to make sure that you have exactly 300 that is required. And then, if there is any objection, we will let you know as well. Okay. If there is no objection and your documents are sufficient, then we will call you back to come and collect your acceptance letter. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are you done with us?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Brikama South.
No, they are my friends, they are my colleagues. I know all of them recognize. Sure.
Very nice.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome. Can we have silent prayer before we start the proceedings?
Good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Can we have your documents, please?
Don't you read the whole file?
They are put in safety, so this is what I want to do.
Hello.
Of southern part of Brikama. Well, I was selected in April 2017. I served for 5 years and I'm seeking for re-election. And I'm very much prepared on the ground, simply because I've been working in this particular community, not before I became a parliamentarian. I was a social worker by profession. I was a youth and a football enthusiast, and I'm known within the entire region. So this is about representation, which is very, very key. Sometimes you cannot completely do away with party politics, but the credibility and the potential of the individual who's supposed to represent every National Assembly member need to be completely checked, because National Assembly, the role of the National Assembly member is very key. If you have misrepresentation, it really affects everything within the constituency. Already I have started a lot of things on the ground which has been recognized by a lot of people, ranging from a host of issues: development, youth empowerment, and also promoting sports, particularly football, and also working on bringing infrastructure and the stability of my constituency. Interestingly to note, I hail from the southern part of Brikama. This stretches up to the two borders. I'm bordered with the Republic of Senegal on two fronts, Dar Salame and Dimba respectively. And if you go to Dar Salame, there are a lot of issues. That has been a major concern, and this is even attracting national attention and should be a concern for every journalist to relay this information. Because what is important, we have two alcalis, one representing Senegal, one representing the Gambia. I vividly remember my last adjournment debate. I made it abundantly clear that I'm the only National Assembly member that represents two sovereign states. But there are communities in my constituency that are yet to be determined. And that has been a problem. I sent in a parliamentary question to the Interior Minister with regards to the fate of that Sesu Baji, who is claiming to be Gambian and claiming to be an alkali in that particular community, notwithstanding inciting violence. So he should face a deportation, which I have been following, but up till today, nothing significant has been done. I also approached the land minister to engage his counterpart, that's the Republic of Senegal, so that we can come together and demarcate the borders. We can be free, because the territorial integrity of the Gambia cannot be compromised. But to my dismay, he made it abundantly clear they've written to the British government to look into their archive, whether they'll have the map of the Gambia, which is an insult as far as we are concerned. We have grannies, we have people that knows the historical genesis of this country. How can we rely on England for our own map, which is a big insult? From that, when I became a National Assembly member in April 2017, as I told you, my background is sports. I'm a football enthusiast. I did a lot for Brikama. I'm a founding member of Brikama United. And I serve in a lot of capacities as manager to zonal and all that. So I believe any time there is tournament, now it's in Brikama, a lot of talent is spotted from Maracas Award and to come and play for Brikama club. So when I became a parliamentarian in April, my target was how are we going to bring in Maracas Award as a zonal, as a zonal team. And I called all the villages, they came, we discussed a lot of issues with a clear-cut objective. One, to bring in Maracas Award as Central 2, as a zonal center, to have a divisional club. And we organized a tournament which I entirely sponsor using a lot of money. I provide them trophies, jerseys, and medals, with a lot of things. This was peacefully conducted, and thank God now, I have to collaborate with the GFF to make the Center 2 as a zonal center, which is really paying dividend. Also, Maracas, we have a divisional club that is currently in the 2nd division. So I'm very much proud what I intend to have that particular community is going. The major stumbling block, and that is a threat to our peace in this country, are land-related issues, particularly in my area. If you look at it, there is a serious fracas between Kombo South and Kombo Central, Busura and Jalokoto in particular. There were instances whereby soldiers has to go with gun. This was threatened. I report to the Ministry of to the Minister of Lands to discuss this particular issue. Thank God we were able to empanel a district commission to act on the matter. A decision has been taken, but up till now they are still fighting. But I also happen to be in the Select Committee of Regional Governance, Land IUC and Ombudsman, an integral member of that committee. I also am part of the Select Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development, and also National Assembly Select Committee on monitoring the implementation of government projects. This particular committee, we are advocating to have cadastral mapping and also to have land policy in this country.
Yeah, Mr. Sane, you've talked about a lot of issues, some of them hugely important, but the concern of the people of Brikama South, who are your constituents, one of them is the Brikama market. The Brikama market and certain roads, access roads in Brikama during the rainy season are in pathetic state. What would be your dealing when it comes to your re-election for the second time, if you are re-elected?
Thank you very much, Mawar Gajaka. I think this is a very important question. Like all along, if you can look at the number of parliamentary questions I sent regarding Brikama, because if you look at southern part of Brikama and northern part, these are two sides of the same coin, completely inseparable. It's because of representation, that's why we are demarcated. But my first priority was how are we going to restore our street lighting? From the Yundum barracks, that's a problem. And I did that on a Meet the People tour. The president did promise with emphasis that he's going to bring it with CCTV camera and Wi-Fi. And up till today, that's not forthcoming. I also talk about the major hospital, and he promised that he's going to bring in the out-of-state hospital. This was followed up by parliamentary question over and over, where the VP has to come and represent the president to respond. When you come to the market, like before the bond of Basse market, it was Brikama. And we have appropriated almost 100 million to rebuild Basse. So we've been explaining, but currently, 2 weeks ago, I came from the Ministry of Work, where 35 million has been budgeted to build Brikama market. But Brikama market has been a nightmare. The whole structure has to be changed, and we cannot be mending it in a piecemeal scenario. Like this park is constructed, next time you look at there should be overhaul of Brikama market to have a modern market that will represent the basic need of the people. You talk about the road infrastructure. Currently, as I told you, I am part of the Select Committee on implementing the government project. We've approved a lot of road projects, but there are major areas that have been approved, and that is we're going to put pressure if I'm re-elected to make sure that they are done. That started from Jeddah Highway to Marrakech, to Jeddah to Tubakuta, linking the Busura Highway all the way to the border. I went there, Minister dispatched a team who went there to do the survey. I think design is out. Also Kabafita, as I told you, we intersect all the time. Kabafita to Mandinari roads, that's already approved and designed. They are working on hiring a consultant. The other issue is Daslame to Busura. We've been seriously working about that too. And then we also have a road that is linking Busura to Jibor, and that's a very interesting road. But that was a prioritization. If you look at from 2017 to the cake of the Gambia is kind of within 30 to 35 billion, and which the majority of that budget line goes to personal emolument. That's the salary and the allowances. So we're looking at the development budget. So we have our development guys that are coming in. But if you look at it 2020, 2021, we are looking inward. All those road construction is coming from our budget. Like if you look at 2021, it's like by about 5 billion that is put on Ministry of Work to do all the major infrastructure at that area, which is very good because it's linking communities and communication become easier. But one thing that is also important, you have the bulk of concentration in my constituency, because Brikama is a cosmopolitan center with the right population. So movement is very key, more especially Brikama hailed to be the capital of West Coast. So every part in West Coast want to come to Brikama for marketing purposes. So that is why we need road infrastructure. We will not stop, we will not relent, we will keep on pushing to make sure that roads are adequately responded in terms of construction.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Manga.
Anyway, I have a lot to tell my people regarding a host of issues affecting my constituency that I have started and I want to accomplish in my second term. One thing that is very important here, my nomination has been a nightmare. I want to lay emphasis on this particular area simply because look at the nomination in which we are Gambians like any other person. We are Gambians like any other persons, and we need to be treated with respect. This is life. We know very well we will not stop. We'll keep on pushing and make sure that we triumph over anything.
Tu ita simu na kono Brikama ko le mena ko beji be ka LSTV wan ka tungaje ko e ba ka daga bakile yemu fault le Brikama sande
Brikama already we have mapped out our development agendas as priorities. We are working very seriously to make sure that they are resolved. So like Rome was not built in a day, it has to take from one time to another. We started, we have achieved some, but there are still that are yet to be achieved. So we're working hand in glove to make sure that those development agendas are met.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
I
tolu no majan ka fuko kan tolu bum tiya kaso bari balle ma balle ma so sign on the soil or promote say so on the no can sign pa bando I will LST one number bandale ko soma inshallah hansa mollo complain na ko solieti aga so fayla ko man ne tel campagne ko mo dana lo ba yes yes umar ha eba kayra do ndo kayra do na kiba to di maru ndelo malik simalo birkama jalamba malik sima ngaje ko complaino be kere mun kule be kere njandi min ko mi kere njandi wala kata nomination on abeta da na ta mo ko kilina ko UDP be wala kelo min ga alay mo sabalti abay diwo wulu din kendo ada mama ndara masa kunde ko jana commission recommendation ya bal wala pour kana nominate aman ka luwat e ko alfa la be mbule be sirina luwa bunka e man sa ko luwa tam temeni e man luwa kanya nin da molte mo ya mbo fitino ni ñoo pousan pour le mbolo ko na de banda madama UDP kana nominate from country wide banko be tinya ninga ñoo subo do banko tinya ta mbe kalan kele banko la ha ani luwa man ta sabar ku ta ñun do baraka ndel badata le nde musukini na be mu yani din saba billahi banko ba ko yaare man bodo da ba ko yaare dulino everyday ka mo la presse la fa andu o ke mama ñi sabar tije sa ndel badata la fa say adam baro ade di mo la mo sakunda do business man min de Gambia ama feali wole Gambia hijack ama ke technocracy wole Gambia hijack de ma feali Gambia ngol la karam ara tagala mo li jakaloti na bangudi men karande ko masters de be mo diye di be mo jakalta karam balo le ka fundi ka right fight bi be yalo ne adam baro ma sakunda men be tama kanje nyanda dibide gendo le singa dibide bun kono o dibide gendo mo sabal bo le kono wala atini mala bay dunje ile le roma stamp dibide o demande la dibide bun kono men ya lonko de be kara fula le bay yesa 10000 dibide men rekam na ko segu ba jaaju fo nyanda buru dibide bun kono $10,000 te bole ka do bay de $10,000 e nga o muta wayati ne ga ala mala ajena fasa woni ngam ro dibide bun kono al nga tonya bo nyoy Gambia ko al nga dino fasa nga tonya fasa tonya de tama ganjang al nga funi nga diamo fo nyoy man sa kunda men bijang criminal man sa kunda lem abange government me yalo nga ni na Gambia sambala al nga fero gi ngi bo dije bonni nya de boje ngela musiri bo sisa baraka baraka na e ba kayra to di maro ani bada min dole to binta jaba net binta jaba ina jamba ite don bi nomination ya ko je nyaade ni fonni ko ya because ning concept min nata puru nyanta duna Brikama kono Gambianol salon ko ntol nga carte o fay nyine kama ko nga adam baro boyindile bin nata wala proof Gambianol le ka tandila ko UDP le gagnata nyi bankun kam pour kana dibitel take nominate ndunta birin dunta drong sabal be dunta drong para le tiaga sofa ya tiaga sofa ndongole bero fay paral mini yake ntanyaaye jele mbesiring mota nitema ngadol la videos abe mbulo kono because nge camera bar ni ko yakele mena Gambia kono alafa adam baro ko Gambianol ko e mayam fa because ila nyanta nominate la bile ya tandila ko la député nyanta gagner la de yata house ko pour que Gambia dada Gambia mano da be kolearing tulo be kolearing marchandise be kolearing fengo be kolearing so lafta kawle right fight
nominate ñine be mbulu Gambia ko so ala la man sabaya to be ñine tandila Adam Barrow be ñine tandila Gambia no la ko dunia balu kono ñine be mbulu ka tandi ko pour kanna molu nominate ha ñine be mbulu
baraka bake
akala fayama evidence le
assalamu alaykum be kayra do
donc sumolle portant de police bulatan nomale atiaka so men fayinta watiaka si fato ngawale sika pour ka ke sedoti dunia be yaje anata bulan noma ka busum bulu pour la kuria kamela kuria kana fidde dal mo kam de wallati woton dal nata kam nyanto le fayt jang manna kam o toñe yatiaka so le fayinta dindi wal melbe silo kan ikatuta dindi merangol ka tamarcel kono so ngo kia fati fata ka si fato la tombon inata ka businna forcer kono ko ba sambala pour akana ke kiti fankoti wala ne nata noma danga ta wala pour sedo sama
tiaga so fay yo tiaga so ko le tay nate no kam
mo tiaga so hombol ta fata kensango ibra tan noma wala pour la kuriya nyin dunia kaje ko kana je ko ya kuriya le ke an ya kuriya le kam ya lon ko imantare la right tang banku dingol be la nyanto le fight tang ina da ka banku dingol la nyanto busila ital malom fa paral le muyti faye tren le fame tren katun ko be tren nyamen na ani be fayr la men na jaw manke parala do ko kana le banku dingol tankandi yela nyanto tanka bari man nyanna kana ka banku dingol la nyanto ta ka sisi bulu ka banku dingol ta ke tajirinte ya wo manke parala do ko dunia ko non namanaje dulata fo Gambia jang ba mo be konto na Gambia ko ala nga nyanto fay
ko aya bondi la poso kono le bang faya tare bulule nyejele ko inabe nyo sabaka ka fay ko bondi kay ko nta bondi la mene moti aka fay mene la ko bondi nta bondi
wati aka su ken sangole ma fata ken sango akon nga wala bondi biko sa jale ngasika abula tan no ma pour nga dialo man lo abula tan no ma ko nga bondi nganta bondi la afonga ya bulo bulan na jifo kono aya bondi je yalo fongo jato ma nyan ke man ne bulo bulala mo la jifo kono ka fongo bondi je wo man ke luwati na tara luwa wala mala luwa karan baliyalta ma luwan tayya amal luwalo
baraka bake baraka sorry
ya ñu jëlé itu ni ban ni fan ni bari ban ni bari ngol wala farin jang ya na tan ñu ni man tala mo bara mala jande ya na tan mi foy kam man ni min fo la tiaga so fay jang ala ya mari jëlé momo ni fata ida ma tel kaburo kono ni man tilotu ibe suto tulale ni man suto tu ibe aran tulale ndala ñu sije ñu mo na fara brother soleti ya na tan na calm down mo tabara man ko ka something wrong amma mura jane bulo nota mo tabalti ya na tan so ñu be to suedo ko kam ya kam andi ya mo bula anga do ko bula anga ya mo bula no bang sir nyaay ko ana mo ta kan ni la jang amma mo ko bajang Ali bule firi. Ali bule firi.
kan nukung kan del be lala janne o e mod sabal ya nominate nde sayla mon sabal dalila tije alwa tije afen je mi akendi kade nominate la ya seto bla kenyindi because UDP be dame bi ya no kanyo dibde kade fa be me sola mota sola bari ya seto bla ke ya bulan
ite sobita menela ka foko ya seto kelke sobita menela ka ala
menna ya lon ne ko se kuba jajo at kanyela busumbala banko kan ni malavia fo busumbala la
so ni mobile sabar lota e ko wote winna ye wole
wamu kuba kensenet mo membe mo sabar no mo wote sekuba anala kota tanom sekuba ndelle alon ndelle campagne da galla fo nyola ngabonni nan dingo ko nada ngake mot ndelle yake wodo wonde kuma di to nyata kono ndelbe dame mbi mo sabali ay menno nyim banku ka ay menno nyim busumbala banko ka busumbala bele leftal busumbala consequence pour nga nominate mo sabali wala ko aka kuma kan memfo amandia adam baro nala molie wala ya kendi ko ya kata ya try by all means pour yaje ko mo sabal wo kana nominate ja
bari ngaje ko IC ka mention ko jane commission ya male kon tano commission mo ma hotel no la ite simene fo no
wa IC o men fo to nyata ko fo jame ko jane commission membre njayma ala si señol mo jol mo sabale mu ne fang soto sidi njay ñol be asot yaaje jane kom som yalla mu ne fang bije yaajel to mo sabale ñu ko samba kotile fembe kot ito loi impose no la moka kada e samba kotile man son kot ñeke bi ko be boy ndale ba dire wajaro yaaje ko mbari nga sekin ibe ñu lungne batuka ndaje sekuba mani nominate ko ade man ne ba confirm la busumbala ko telbe kala kandedo ne fulan ne mo mbita he kola amoy fula kebal ya sidile ko mo sabala manyana lola nyum kandedi ya fulan ne ina dam nem fananke the worst thing mo be lorin jang ben nyanto claim la ina da jaw police keba mi hayna lol police kaw ana da bunda yele parale jang ayelon akwalti akasol fay
ko ngajelo ko police oli la training e la ponkoto e ko e bukati agaso fay o nyama e ka fo mo ko alboja nan mo boja kati agaso fay fo atali ma fa le alboja mbam fo
mo fo bi kon del fal man tal lor nyam mo bebe jana bundal go mo sabal fang tatal ba mo bi jam ba claim kan go mo sabal be nominel med ba bundala won nintel mo fen soto wala dum fam be bundal bar ya munake police na da jayele ay bunda yele ay findin na
so mela ko makondo ngaje ko mur sabale jani mur sabale bi jam wato tiaga so man fay bi mur sabale tata dron mol na daje tiaga so fayda ko di ima fole ko mur sabale tata atelier janjam almanta wala non tiaga so man fay
ban dette janjan no la bi ko na dibito be man ban nominate la UDP dibito su soto banko karobel kombo banko bebe nominate kambil sande bo bole jan nyaadile ngol dam mambule kenseya bi ko la plan mu nyirati UDP sambo wardan ka kidi mando megge nga sambo men soto ila bra sambo la burkala ya je kon kana enjoy bi ya ñu set up let it ko ali ngeen yo kuyandi isa je ko ila nomination kana enjoy ñu non planoti bambe me yitala faralla mbe banku ding ibe ñu mento jando ma ñol be ko mbar ndewul be ko imalon fonte dim fon be ko jan yalo imalo wonya yajel wodo ni an ñor mol kan ali nga dem ya samba ya kata ka zo men fantel men nya ko jang ndel manke banko jawot ndel be do ko ke kan ñu banko le 24/7 mbe do ko ke kan ñu banko en ndem sibul sabanoti ndebe mo jara kan ñu banko nga bi 1990 mbe mo jara la ñu banko wodo ni ku membe wonya paral ya hakilo ya tamandani hakilo joren tentel buru jang sa mu ne te be ka so fayla pour il leftele sama MPP ko ya boko ye pe bakano le fay nyakon pour yanjele ni MPP ko ye kafu mo le mo jele wala bula ko wala wonde bari ala le be jongna ko be kunna tuma do baado ala be mfasala ali nga wakilo ta banku dimla ala baraka
okay baraka baka
won be Brikama man
bere o me namma wa baramata yo ni mo ko
ayo sabi ki balon ka hani wala bas bilalon ka hani wala sabi ki balon ka hani wala wala ka ke dia wala bas bilalon ya Allah ke ke bas bilalon ya Allah ke ke al musliman Allah
banku dingol la mun tolti sabal mun banku dingol ati moti jamenne din kende ya tambita sabal la moti jamenne banku di ya tambita sabal la muna batina la sabal tan no muned la
ngaje ko IEC ko jana commission ya sabal mala ko sabal tan no muned la ite mena ko ko nyantale ba fo manya
na ay jana commission ko sabal tan no muned la commission o ya male sabal ni mo jelle wol be baro ko tebe do kula mo jelle wol tibe baro ko tebe do kula muna yana Sidi Njay botan Sidi Njay men ferenti njang Sidi Njay bi janne sanji mo nim fulay 9 days minister ya leke ya jamme bi dakalunga men na Sidi Njay bulata numa abe Equatorial Guinea abata Equatorial Guinea another state house of the muna ya siye 2016 fo Sidi Njay malon kata nim baro dental 2016 abe koleyarin tay mo menna baro be koleya kono fo tay mo Sidi Njay malon kata nim Adam baro dental sayna ngabe di ma kono ya lon kanim baro dental bankudin kendo le baro sindije amanke bankudin furi ngolti mo sabal mbetar rajal ne fajal ni ba fole sama soma ndanda be no munet lale
so ngaje ko e ko abe nominate adu mo sabal fele ya sambala tada ama nomination o do ite wojani
la janne fota mo mendi ya tanye bar sabal be no munet lal muneke sila sabal la no munet sono la munane be silari sabal kana no munet
suñaro me le tala la suñaro me le palme me ko ile ko wala ko sabal tan me sono
ni nga badi abe nyaadi ya station jamal follow LSTV1 thank you so much ikani kafo mimbeje jang kairo le si jang korome si jang okay ni nada jibe 2016 we campaign for Adama Barrow because niaje mol campaign tay bankoba kolya min kono kunum mo fa jawo anim mo yeman jawo lafta wole bang mfanam be nada si kankilin alfal benta kankili ko ya coalition